because Mickens can go from, it's crazy, it go from $40 to $4,000. Right. Easy.
So the best 2 rides that just popped out of nowhere, yo. In this month, 2 months and a half. And this dog right here rode out that Crown Roy riding that ride Peak.
They all 3 pretty good. And it changed my mind as far as the sour being my number 1.
Like the Sour Mash is no bullshit team. Like Cleveland is a threat.
I wasn't a fan of you, brother, but you showed me a lot. Just like with the Sour Mash. It showed me a lot just now. Chris Paul is the Sour Mash.
One day, just throwing it in the atmosphere, having a whiskey chasing spot.
There's good people in peace, love, and bourbon.
Man.
Don't keep talking.
Man.
Don't keep talking to me about a good time.
Man.
My man. Feel so good.
Feel good to be back.
Feel good
Back in here.
Feel good to be back.
Gotta knock the rust off. We here.
Feel good to be back.
We got a special guest, the Invisible Bully.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
No longer invisible.
Decided to not be invisible.
Oh, man. I done came to life.
Yeah.
You feel like a real boy now. I done came to life.
Man, for real.
Man.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful
It's
thing.
good to see you, brother.
Hey.
No pun intended.
So before we get started, let's give a shout out to Moose, aka Moose.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to No Social Media Cow.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? The guys, they couldn't be here tonight, but we're gonna hold it down for our we're gonna call this reunion 0.5.
There we go.
I like it.
When everybody come together, then it's gonna be reunion 1.
Yeah, I like it.
You know what I'm saying? And then let's go ahead and are we starting with the libations?
Yeah.
I'm a little thirsty.
Y'all might as well kick it off.
Let's jump right into it.
Yeah. I see you said you had the High West. This the High West.
I decided to break out the High West Pennsylvania barrel pick, finished in the port finish.
Okay.
Once I found out Invisible Bully was showing up, he a port finish guy. So I said it's only right.
Okay,
I
port
bring
finish.
a port finish.
Can't
go wrong with High West.
Especially it's a store pick, right?
Yeah, store pick.
Right.
Man.
All the way from Pennsylvania.
All the way from Pennsylvania.
Hailing from PA.
Hailing
from PA.
Man, them port finishes be real sweet, man.
I
like it. Yeah, I like it. It's got a real sweet nose. And it's
absolutely
port finishes, that wine, of course, is a red wine, so it give you that grapey type nose.
Finish time 9 months.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I try to tell all my whiskey friends, if you see a High West on the shelf, get it. Especially for store pick. Great value, good whiskey, different type of finishes.
And not great value like Walmart.
Yeah.
Not great value.
Great value, it's really great great in value.
Grab it immediately.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That is really
That's
nice.
First
It's definitely got that datey, grapish, jelly type, like grape jelly. Okay.
Right. And it's not too tart. Usually when you get a port finish, it's a very tart. So I appreciate the finish on this not being so tart.
Right.
Shout out to, I believe it's Fine Wine and Good Spirits in Pennsylvania. This is a good one.
Okay.
This
Shout
is a
out
good
to PA.
one.
One more time. Shout out to PA.
Getting it done.
We see you, PA.
So what other ports would you guys do you like aside from this? So do you like this? Would this be a number 1 port, or what ports do you like?
I think the one of the most talked about was the old line.
Yeah.
The The O-line port finish was phenomenal. I know when they ran out of it, we went to an O-line tasting, and that was probably the number one thing I heard was when is the port finish coming back. And then they had bought it back for another drop, and it sold out real fast. So I said, that's got to be up there.
Now when I go back for a second nose, it's like I'm getting walnuts. I'm getting walnuts or like pecans. Like this is pretty nice.
O-line, one of my favorites. Gotta go with the Sagamore port finish. Like
I was thinking Sagamore
home team.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Sagamore
Home
makes
team.
a good product
Yeah,
though.
home
I
team.
can't deny that. They make a good
team.
product.
A little bit of home team bias.
Home
but
team.
That's probably my favorite one. Like,
I gotta go with Bowman.
Okay.
Bowman.
Every
Solid.
time I see it, I pick
I
it
forgot
up.
about Bowman.
Solid.
Yeah.
I forgot about that's
Bowman
a good
solid.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And price point, Bowman.
Right.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Solid.
I had one of the Starlight ones recently. That one, not so
Starlight.
much.
We're doing Breckenridge. I think that one was the one that introduced me to port finishes.
Shout out to Steve putting me down with the Breckenridge.
Breckenridge
port
is
finish.
definitely a good one.
I forgot
Like a
about
thumbs up. A
Breckenridge.
thumbs up on Breckenridge.
I
I
think I'm
forgot
still
about
going
But
Bowman.
here's a question. All of these companies make good product with port finish. Have you ever came across one that you said didn't cut it or wasn't good? Because something in my mind it says you can't go wrong with a port finish, but I'm pretty sure you guys came across something that wasn't good.
Off the top of my
Yeah,
head,
I can't
I'm not
even
pulling
recall.
nothing. 'Cause
Right.
everything we mentioned, I'm like, I would drink again. Like
Right.
everything is nothing that we mentioned, and I'm like, I wouldn't even fool with that.
Yeah.
If I had to be critical, I would say the Starlight one. Like if I had to, because all the other ones we named are signed, sealed, delivered. The Starlight one, fresh crack, it wasn't what I was looking for, but still a decent port finish. Decent.
Nice.
What? All right. So we always got we always date this like at the time of taping. At the time of taping, I feel like it's Christmas Eve. Tis the night before the NFL season get ready to kick off.
Yes.
I'm wearing what hey, listen, man, this is my guy.
But hold on, articulated people might not be able to see your jersey.
Oh yeah, this is Baltimore Ravens.
Absolutely.
Lamar Jackson. This is my guy.
Yes, sir.
I'm rolling with Lamarvelous until the wheels fall off. But
Absolutely.
Hopefully those wheels didn't fall off.
No, hopefully they fall off in the Super Bowl. Like, let's get the Super Bowl win. But what's your game day drink?
I'll kick it off. I had a little what's the word I'm looking for? A ritual where I was only doing Sagamores at first, but I've changed from that. So I try to stay in like the 90 to 100 proof range. So I've been doing E.H. Taylor, small batch, Russell Reserve, 10 year, because I believe that's like 93, 94, Knob Creek, 9 year. Smooth Criminals. I know we hate the adjective smooth in the whiskey world.
You dudes is fancy. Y'all bougie.
Yeah, you got to be ready for game time.
But that Knob Creek 9 is slept on.
Yeah,
that's slept on.
Yes, it is.
That's
solid.
slept on.
Those are solid choices.
That is slept on.
It's slept on a lot.
The 9 Creek.
Yeah.
What's the Knob Creek that we really like?
Is it 15? I think it's 15.
The 15 is good, but it's another one that was twice barreled. Was it twice barreled?
Twice barreled.
I can't find that.
I know I haven't found it.
I might still have one. Yeah,
I think
I
on with that.
have one. Yeah,
I don't know if I've partaken in that.
Bruh, that joint's special. That joint is special.
I've been looking for that joint.
Is that a rye?
I think it's a rye.
Yeah.
Twice barrel rye.
Oh yeah, now I'm kind of interested in that. I'm gonna have to make me a trip back past your spot now. Yeah. I missed that. I missed that in the cabinet. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, you was still going?
That's kind of my range, like that good 90 to 100 proof sweet. That sweet spot. Cause I'm gonna be asleep by halftime.
Right. Yeah.
If I take an Old Forest and barrel proof, I'm gonna be asleep.
Yeah, nah. I'm good with a good 100 proof. Give me a good 100 proof. I'm good. Or I mean, I keep it simple. Yeah, I'm bullet. I do a bullet. You know what I'm saying? I do a bullet. Because if I'm out, if I'm at a bar, you know, everybody don't have Nine Knob Creek 9, and
this is true.
They don't have
that. Out of 10, that's where he'll be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I might kick the first one off with the fam. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick the first one off with the fam for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
My preference would be Buffalo Trace. I mean, that's my go-to. I really like it.
Bro,
and
I like Buffalo Trace.
Solid.
And I got that store pick Sazerac brothers almost took out. I like that. So I think I'm probably
shout out to New Orleans.
Oh yeah. Shout out New Orleans for real. Yeah.
Yes. They have
a little bit of backdrop. We visited Old Spot and we tattooed his New Orleans his fresh out of New Orleans Sazerac. Or we tattooed that joint.
He wasn't trying to let us get it.
It was a
it ain't
store
stand
pick.
a chance.
Oh yeah, we killed that. Yeah.
But the Buffalo Trace store pick is still lurking in the background. I'm going to have you guys over. We could do it again. So I gotta hide it because brothers are take it all out.
That's what I heard.
I gotta save his life.
That's what I heard. You know, I heard you gotta hide it.
Man, that's what we supposed to do.
That's why it's here.
You can't bring a bunch of whiskey drinkers and expect it not to go down.
Yeah, they took out the E.H. Taylor, but all my Woodford Reserve is still there.
We was trying to do right by the cabinet.
Yeah. He's trying to be respectable.
Yeah. So that's what I'll be drinking actually during game time.
Woodford.
I got 2-3 months of Woodford Reserve. Because y'all brothers came in and took out my E.H. Taylor. So yeah.
Very well. Woodford, nothing wrong with Woodford.
It's not, but you know, if you had
double oak,
E.H.
that's
Taylor,
my favorite one. Double oak.
It wasn't double oak. You know, a non-whiskey drinker. I had a housewoman, and a non-whiskey drinker. Well, actually,
but did they give you the
the regular one? Ain't bad.
Actually, you're
the
right.
Kentucky Derby one?
Yeah, the Kentucky Derby one ain't bad.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was.
Now the double oak is fire.
When I first started the journey, the double oak, that was my go-to.
Yeah, double oak is fire.
My favorite was the Sagamore double oak.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Sagamore is pretty. Yeah. It's
they pretty
strong
dope
in my cabinet.
Yeah,
the bottle and bond.
The bottle and bond, delicious. The special reserve, wasn't it a special reserve bottle or something they came out with? That joint was fire.
Man, the rum finish. I mean, you
see, I'm not a crazy rum finish.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, like
I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. You had one rum, you had them all.
You know what? You know another one I'm not too fond of, and we got this one together. The stout finish.
Oh,
stout finish is a tough. That was a town. What was it? Town branch.
Yeah, town branch. Yeah. You gotta be in the mood for those.
Yeah, the stout.
Y'all know
finish.
I'm a stout guy, but you gotta be in the mood to drink a stout finish. Like,
right.
Yeah.
You can't just grab that off.
Which one did No Social completely demolish? It was one of the stout finishes.
It was a stout finish.
Think of which one it was. When we was in here,
might have been the boss.
It was one of them. He was like, "Yo, get this off the table." I can't remember which one, but it was a stout.
I know he did
with the Bardstown.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find. It might have been. It might have been. It might have been.
But Bardstown, they had a stout finish.
I just remember stout finish, and he was like, "Get this off the table."
They had like one finished in the Goose Island. Like I thought that's the
Oh,
that was one of the special guests we had a while back.
Now, yeah, finished in the Goose Island, but the Goose Island is not really a stout.
I'm going to go back and look at it. I'm going to go check it out.
It's kind of like a high power IPA.
Yeah. Get back to these Ravens. Let's move off this back, brother.
So we want to get some sports in here. And I saw something interesting and I posed it to the group. And I said, man, let me wait till we get here to have this discussion. They were doing an interview with Lamar and they asked him about his relationship with other quarterbacks. And he said, I don't really have one. And I wanted to ask y'all because the timing happened around the same time as Anthony Edwards kind of getting in some trouble because he said he was watching old video like the 80s and 90s, and he didn't see any really skilled players. So some of the
Wow.
players from like the 90s been going at him because they like, yo, like we can get with it too. So the question is,
like who is this guy?
Has competitiveness been lost in sports? Like people were mad at Lamar because he was saying, I don't really have a relationship with them. Like,
why would they
has it gotten too friendly?
You know what? I'll start this one off and I'll say that a lot of people, when you're playing basketball, you are in the NBA seeing the same players that you won against in high school, in those travel leagues and all of those rec leagues and all of that. You've seen the same person for a very long time. And I think by the time you get to the NBA, it's really you don't have that competitive fire to beat somebody like that.
So you think it's different? Interesting. So you think it's different because, let's say, and I'm saying back in the day loosely, but back in the day they didn't have AAU where you were playing. Like if you was in New York, you were only playing New York players back in the day.
See
like
that.
Now
yes.
it's I'm in New York, but every summer I'm playing against the best dude in California. So by the time we get to the league, we know kind of like it started to flip around those LeBron years. Like you think about LeBron playing Melo in high school and how tight they got because they kind of can't. So do you think that took away some of the competitive edge?
Yes, I believe so.
I disagree. I would disagree because I feel like from an athlete standpoint, I'm always trying to win, and it don't matter how long I've known you. I'm trying to put you in the pavement. Like I don't care. We could be playing spades. We could be playing Madden football on a video game. I'm trying to win. So I think when you got that competitiveness in you, it's just in you.
So you saying you more like how Magic and Isaiah, they kiss on the cheek before the finals, but then they going for blood. Once the ball
like yo,
you know,
once we get on the court, it's a whole nother game.
Yeah.
Like, come on now, like that's been forever. Like, not even on a pro level. Like, I've had people to this day like remember me from playing football, and they be like, yo, we used to be going at it, 10 toes down, and even then, back then, we might see each other at the club, or we might see each other after the game and be dapping each other up. Yo, boy, we got you next week. Yeah, when we get out there, don't talk to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think as an adult, of course, you can manage those emotions better, but the fire is still there. And the first person that come to my mind is Kobe. Like,
I was
Kobe is like, bro, I'm not.
That's funny. That's what I was going
we ain't thinking about. I'm not thinking about your feelings, bro.
And now when I'm thinking about it, I believe it was Kobe, but before tip off, when everybody is on the court, he doesn't shake anybody's hand. It's somebody. It's somebody like that. And he's like, he's ignoring everybody else, and he's trying to come over. Good game. He's like.
Well, it's when you
there's some players that are like that, but I'm just trying to remember if it's actually
Kobe
being
like
LeBron.
that.
Being older now and still playing sports, it's like I find myself realizing like what the pros go through, like all of the time they put in, the mental. It's more mental, and as you go. Because I was rapping to this guy at the golf course one day, and he used to play, I want to say, professional baseball. And he was like, man, you be amazed as you get higher, closer to the pros, the funnel go like that. Because it's less and less people on that level. But all of y'all got the competitive fire in you. So, I realized like the mental aspect of it. You just can't, if you're trying to really be something, you can't put it down.
That's why I was okay with what Lamar said, because I don't have to be your friend in a competitive area. Now, we can be friends in the competitive area, but to your point, I don't have to be your friend. And I think the way that they framed the question was, trying to pry in a way to say, like, oh, man, you don't have these relationships. And he more like, like we ain't got to be cool. Like we compete. Like,
I think that's that Baltimore mentality as well.
I think we've adopted him.
I think that's what it is, because I don't think Baltimore fan wants to see Lamar out there being friends with Patrick Mahomes.
But I mean, you know, more so, I think going back to what Knowledge said too. You would see Lamar after the game how he embraced Brady or how Brady embraced him when
go
right. But in that sense though, when the game was going on, we were not trying to beat the Patriots.
Right.
Like when that game was going, Lamar was trying to go be Lamar. Like so that's why I said I appreciate what he said in the sense of like, yo, I don't need that. Like if it comes, great, but
and that's like saying everybody in the NFL trying to be friends with everybody in the NFL.
Right.
They're not. If there's not a moment that presents itself for us to meet and greet, then I don't really know you, and I don't really care if I do or I don't.
And I don't have to.
I don't have to. I'm friends with the guys I need to be friends with, which are my teammates. Now, of course, if we went to college together and we bumped together, or I knew you from college, and I know, oh, yo went to the Rams and I went to Cleveland, and we happened to play or whatever, then okay, well, I remember yo. You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, but they make a big deal out of everything.
So let's slide real quick to predictions. So let's stick just AFC North. We're going to stick our division, and then we'll move to, like, what you think will happen in the season. But our division, I know we all homers, so this might get a little ugly. But our division, what you think? So you got us, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. What you thinking coming up 2024-2025 season, AFC North?
The Ravens.
Right.
Like, yeah, I knew this was going to get real fast.
Let me barbershop talk. I'm just going to put it out there. Listen, I was at the barbershop the other day, and if you go for the Ravens right now to win the Super Bowl, $100 can get you $1,200.
Yeah, I might have to take
I thought it was 13.
No, it went down.
It went down again?
It went down. It was 13, and then it went down to 11. So 100 will So I place my bet. $100. $100 will get me 1,100. The payout will be 1,200. Get your 100 back.
I looked at the parlay because I was talking to a couple people. You know, I had to call my bookie, and
shout out to Snook.
Yeah,
shout out to
Snook.
So I found the parlay. The Ravens winning the Super Bowl and Lamar being the NFL, the regular season MVP is plus 6,000.
Ouch. Listen, I'm not trying to throw away my money.
I gotta look that up.
I mean, you put $100.
Send me that one, please.
Send
me that.
Back, check this out. I think last time I looked, it might have changed by the time this podcast comes out. But Miami was plus 45 to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
$100 will get you like $2,200.
Yeah, I don't like that for Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, I don't like that for Miami.
Why? Because they got
Odell. He ain't even playing to start.
He's not right. He about to retire.
Yeah, nah. So what do y'all think? Whole season long. What's your prediction? Start with you, Enforcer.
Again, I'm Ravens through and through. I'm gonna tap in on it in the AFC North, and then I'm gonna give y'all one of my sleepers. Ravens, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Cincinnati scares me. Joe Burrow back healthy.
I like Joe Burrow.
Chase looking for that contract.
Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins is a beast. They always give us trouble. Always. I fear Cincinnati.
They'll do good in the wild card.
Cincinnati. I like Joe Burrow. He be balling.
And Higgins and Chase both up for a contract. They both looking for their contracts.
Yeah. They concern me, but it's still our division, I feel like. But the road gonna go through Kansas City, regardless. It's gonna go through Kansas City. That's why I'm so happy about tomorrow. The Ravens got to make a statement tomorrow night. Yeah, you got to beat up on Mahomes tomorrow night just to make a statement.
In the words of Ric Flair, in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. Woo!
Woo! That's a fact.
My man.
So what's your total season prediction?
I feel like it's going to be, again, I'm being a homer, but I feel like it's going to be the Ravens. And I kind of want to see the 49ers again. I don't know if they're going to make it because the NFC is loaded. But I would like to see Ravens 49ers part 2.
Because you already know how that ended out in part 1.
Yeah.
We played them
But
in
turned
the
the lights
season.
out in New
In
Orleans.
the season
Turn
last
the lights
season.
off.
And we turned the lights out Super Bowl.
And the
New
Super
Orleans.
Bowl is
Yeah.
going back to New Orleans.
Oh
this
yeah.
year.
Oh yeah. I can do a part 2.
Hopefully something can happen.
And I'll be honest, I used to be a 49ers fan growing up too, so I'm kind of
Okay.
I was too. I
I
ain't gonna
kind of
hold you.
want to
Yeah.
Oh,
see
yeah.
that. Oh yeah, I had the 49ers starter jacket for the old timers. The new schools don't know about the starter jackets.
I think I had the Miami joint.
I had the Raiders
The
joint,
Miami
49ers.
pullover starter
What,
jacket.
Miami Dolphins?
Yeah.
I had a Miami Hurricanes joint.
Ah.
Yo,
Hurricanes
that
joint.
the
I had the,
And the
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes pullover.
I had
People was getting in trouble with those
I
coats
had
back
the
in the
UNC.
day.
I had a UNC pullover.
In the
North
Kings
Carolina.
coats back in the
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
So what's your prediction, yo? Whole season.
Ravens. I think I'll go ahead and follow down on this one. I like the Ravens and the 49ers.
I can see that.
I don't even know, bro.
But
Honestly,
NFC is
I think Detroit is a sleeper though.
You know what?
they are.
I think Detroit is a
They
sleeper.
were real close last year. I think
Yeah.
coaching kind of got them in that same thing that got us in that NFC Championship game. I
He
think
made
coaching
that.
kinda-
He called that play
Yeah.
when he should have kicked the ball.
Yep.
He called that play and didn't get it.
Yeah. Coaching.
They was that close though.
Yeah, they were. They were knocking on the door.
And that coach reminds me of coaches in the past that I've had. You know what I'm saying? Like the fieriness of him
Yeah.
is just.
I remember
like
his first press conference talking about biting people's knees off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out
he
to
gets
Dan
it.
Campbell.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. But no, I agree. I think, yeah. My sleeper, if I gotta pick a sleeper, is Green Bay. It's my sleeper. I'm not a Green Bay fan. Just watching the game and how they progressed at the end of the year, what they did in the playoffs, like you got to think they were a play away from beating San Francisco. He threw that pick at the end. I don't know. I think he comfortable. Jordan Love got another year. He got his money.
He impressed me last year. Jordan Love is the real deal.
Yeah.
Like, I got to give it to him. He's the real deal.
Let me throw y'all one more curveball. I know we're running out of time. We was going to go somewhere else. We'll save that for another one. What y'all think about the young boy, Caleb Williams? Bears quarterback. number 1 pick.
Man, I heard about him. I've seen footage, but
they put some good weapons around him.
Oh,
like, he got weapons. He got weapons.
We're gonna have to see.
They already comparing him to Mahomes, and he ain't played the snap yet.
Well, that's normal. What they always do.
Yeah, you gotta hype
They
him up.
pumping the boy up from Washington too.
Yes.
Yeah, they pumping him up too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's why we play the games on Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
Atlanta's my sleeper.
Oh,
Lord.
yeah, they added a lot.
What did they add?
Kirk Cousins. They added Kirk Cousins, drafted Michael Penix from out of Washington. Got him as a backup. So if Cousins go down, they got a Penix on deck.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Every I think about him all the now. Who's the guy?
They got the safety from Denver, Justin Simmons.
And they just traded for Matthew Judon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
And they got the tight end Pitt still there. The guy from kid from Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You got a nice little
going down.
That division's kind of weak.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're definitely looking forward to an eventful NFL season this year. So I'm excited about that
for sure.
What's next?
Wait.
Okay, who's the next contestant up?
One of my favorite.
Age 5 years. Ooh, 100 proof.
Let me clear my path.
We're going to put this out as soon as we can. Before we, Before we,
with this Ravens mug right here.
Thank you, sir. Delicious. Oh, and this ain't even been open yet.
Yeah, that's correct.
Isn't that nice?
It's correct.
It is correct.
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay.
I bought that in for you guys to partake in.
And we appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue.
That's a 5-year.
My delicious H2O over here.
One of my favorite barrels. 5-year. It's a nice blend.
This is one of my favorites for sure.
Mm.
It's Burrow got the blends. This one is a blend of Indiana, Tennessee, Maryland, and what's the fourth? Indiana, of course.
Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. You forgot Kentucky. Why would I forget Kentucky? One of my favorite ones. They've raised the price on this now. But you used to be able to get this for $45.
You did pretty good. You called that off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty impressive right there.
I try.
This is legit one of my favorite drinks.
Yeah.
This is.
I agree.
When they re-upped on it, I went and got 2 because I was like, this is serious.
I believe it.
Y'all see this out, please get it. It's worth it.
Yes.
The brand is called Barrel.
Yes.
Barrel Bourbon.
I'm still stuck on the seagrass. Like that was my favorite drink in 2023.
And what's the one I can't remember? We did an episode on it. It was like a black and gold label
for the barrel.
Yeah, it was a little pricey. I cannot remember what it was.
I can't either. I tell you what though, the one that we slept, we didn't sleep on getting it, but we didn't do an episode. Y'all had to correct me on the name, like Granny's Pie. It was like the pie one.
Yeah,
that joint is that one. I think, and I haven't had it in so long. They haven't put it back out.
I think that was a Moose exclusive.
Yeah. We ended up finding it at
it's a Total Wine.
Shout out to Total Wine. Yep.
Okay.
Total Wine.
Total Wine.
Total Wine.
If y'all listening, if y'all looking, I definitely am getting the candy. You said cotton candy.
Mm-hmm. With like some. I taste what's that, caramel, strawberries.
I do get a floral nose.
Yes. Just say yes.
I think we just got to enforce a seal of approval. That was a seal of approval right there. A strong yes.
That is delicious.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is absolutely one of my favorites.
You got honey on the smell.
I need to go get a bottle of this weekend.
That's like that. Out? Honey is in the background.
I went to go look for another one. I couldn't find it.
I'll spot with our man Mario. I think they still got them.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go get
What's
me one too.
The price point on that?
So to enforce the point, they just changed it. Yeah, what was it the last time? It's like 80 something, right?
Yeah, now
they're
probably
bumping the price
100
up on it now.
Yeah, like now when it first came out, $49.99. I think they knew they had good juice. Like I think they went back in the lab and was like,
"You gotta put the test.
We can't get this out for $49." Like,
right.
Yeah. So last time I went, I think 85.
When it was that price, when it was like $49.50, I had at least 3 or 4 bottles.
Yeah.
But now I'm seeing it for 80, 90. I can't quite pull the trigger on it, but
the same way you said
juice.
You enjoy the like we talking about what's your game day drink, like the Knob Creek 9-year. I like this as a good game day drink. Like this is a good.
Yes,
I'm like now, of course, not if you had a bar because they probably not gonna have it. But like you sitting home, you watching the game. Good Saturday college football day kind of joint.
And it's 100 proof, which is right at the mark where it needs to be. Yeah,
this is fantastic.
That is fantastic. Good selection.
I agree.
So, y'all want to stay sports? Y'all want to go music? What y'all want to do?
Let's go to music.
All right. So, probably had this debate 900,000 times, but since this is our first time recording in a long time, we can quickly jump back into it, man. The beef of the year. Well, what's y'all take on the beef of the year that just happened? We coming out of it now, but
yeah, this has the dust cleared. The dust.
You know what? It has cleared, but
okay.
College football season is it's probably going to start it back up.
I think HBCU bands,
a lot of bands,
they're going to eat up.
Not like us.
Eat up, not like us. Oh yeah,
yeah.
A couple bands got it already. School wasn't even in yet. They was already teeing off on it.
But this is the thing. Do you think that was calculated, or do you think it was a coincidence?
Oh, calculated.
Yeah.
I calculated.
I'm going to beat them from August to September, and then when it dies down, HBCU band's going to pick it up and start
So
playing.
let's be clear. For me, I like both artists. I'm a fan of both artists. I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of Kendrick. I like both artists. But I think what Kendrick did in that beef was masterful in terms of being a step ahead.
I agree.
I think in a sense, Drake underestimated him and felt like it would be another Meek Mill kind of battle where he kind of just do what he wanted. And every move he made, it was like Kendrick had 2 moves ahead.
You know, I was scrolling through TikTok. They saying that the boy won another round.
I don't suggest that for him.
Yeah,
you said he wants.
They saying that Drake wants another round. Drake wants to pick up and go at it again.
I think.
But let me say this: he's doing it kind of subliminally. Everybody's saying, "No, Drake's gonna do it again."
He needs to relax.
Yeah, I think he kind of like demolished it to the point where there's no return.
But do you think? I mean, obviously, I think it took it damaged his career. But do you think it ended his career? Now I know that he's very high up, so it's going to take a while to end his career. But
yeah, I don't think it ended it. I think he's going to be able to come out with other music, but it's just.
I think he can too. I think he can too.
He's going to be able to come out with other music.
I think he has to take a break. When he dropped all the music that he dropped, I think he tried all of the things that usually work for Drake, and none of them worked. Like, he had the song with the white chick, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna hit that angle. It didn't work. He had a song that came out as a joke, didn't work. He had a Sexy Red song, didn't work. Dropped 100 gigs worth of stuff, didn't work. So I think he just got to take a little bit of a break. Yeah. And I mean, he's who he is. He's a talented person, obviously. I mean, you got that many hits, you're pretty talented. You're pretty talented, man.
Yeah, the people around him are talented.
I can appreciate that Kendrick Drake beat for 2 reasons. One, they kept it rap. You ain't got to worry about looking on the news. Somebody in their entourage got shot. Any type of somebody got attacked. You ain't have to worry about any of that. I can appreciate it. Right. And then the second part, I can appreciate it because it made people listen to lyrics now. Now you got people dissecting Kendrick's that part verses now.
They lost me with that.
That's what the rap is all about.
Now, listen, I wasn't really a Kendrick fan. People are getting on me all the time. I'm like, oh, he rap too fast, he do this. I'm like, he do too much. But in this beef, I was forced to pay attention to his lyrics. I was forced to listen at what he was saying. I didn't get it. Well, went on social media, found out why he said it. And then that in itself gave me it gave me a lot more respect.
I'll admit I was the same way. Like I
like I'm a fan now. Like now,
his basic songs, the ones that always come on the radio. But this opened my eyes up. Let me dig in the crates of some of these
now
old albums.
His first album was the shit.
I had to go back.
His first album was the shit,
and I appreciate him a lot more. So I will continue to venture back into his catalog, to his old music.
He'll be back.
So I'm gonna throw mine out. My favorite Kendrick song is "Money Trees."
I like that one.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
I like that one.
Money Trees is fire.
Yeah, my favorite Drake song, I'm gonna probably have to go with "Mob Ties."
I like Mob Ties.
Probably had to go with Mob
that joint
Ties.
be rocking.
Yeah. So what's your favorite Kendrick?
He got so many of them.
Favorite Drake song?
He got so many of them, bro.
Yeah, he got. I'm sitting there thinking he got so many. I'm trying to think.
I'm trying. Like I'm new to Kendrick, so it's. I'll remember the name, but you go ahead and go ahead, Dan. I'm trying to remember the name.
Here trying to think about it, and I just was listening to it when I was in Cali.
I think it's from
listening to it.
Yeah, I don't remember. I like Money Trees.
Yeah,
I like Money Trees.
How does Money Trees go? You gonna give us a
the one that go Halle Berry.
That's
everybody
the shooter. But the one in front of the gun lives forever.
You know what? I'm gonna throw.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's
cool.
that one, man.
That's dope. I gotta throw a curveball in this whole conversation. Have you guys ever heard of the guy Smino? You guys,
not.
listen.
No,
I have not.
no.
He is a rapper, singer. It's kind of like if you're watching Outkast and you got that Andre 3000 feel. He takes that and he runs with it as a character. I'm not saying that he intentionally does it.
No, I'm gonna have to check that out because Outkast is my favorite group.
Because I listened to him and I'm like, okay, who's this guy? And it was like this guy named Smee.
I'm gonna have to check it out. It don't get much better than Outkast for me.
Listen, this guy is dope, and he's been doing it for a very long time. And I can't say nothing bad about him. He's on the like I was watching a TikTok, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm so smooth, baby girl. I was on the stage. This girl threw a flower at me in front of a room of 200,000 people. I grabbed it, turned around, and I gave it back to her. And he did some slick shit like that. And I was like, of course you wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, I was like,
I know a lot.
I was waiting on Slick. Yeah, I was waiting on Slick.
Yeah, I didn't remember it too. But no, the dude is dope. No, honestly.
Make sure I add the cricket.
You was waiting on Slick too. I was waiting on Slick. Like when he caught the flower, I thought something spectacular was getting ready to happen. He said, I turned around and gave it back to him.
Thanks.
All right.
That was classic.
That was classic. That was classic. I turned around and gave her the flowers back.
Thanks, oh.
All right. Gave her the flower.
But Drake, he got so many songs, man.
Yeah.
One of my favorites though early on was "Light It Up."
Okay.
With him and Jay.
Yeah.
That joint when he said the little joint about the Barzini meeting, I was like, yeah, that joint was hard. Yeah, that joint was hard.
He been doing it for so long that it was inevitable for him to not have shots taken at him in such manner. Like kind of like even Jay had the Nas run in where the large majority of the people feel like Nas won that encounter. So for me, the best outcome for Drake is like a Jay outcome where you're known to have lost that battle, but you're still who you are. Yeah, like nobody's taking nothing from Jay. He's still where he is. He's still who he is. That's like the best outcome that Drake could hope for is that I return to just being who I am.
Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking one of the songs that I used to have on repeat, Drake and Rick Ross made, man. Like I used to have that beat, fantastic. Drake kills it. My man Rose.
Now Ross is one of my favorite all time anyway. Because my thing with Ross has always been his albums got better as he went along. Whereas those some people you be like,
definitely.
Yo had his fourth album and he sounded crazy. Definitely. But Ross shit always got better. Every album got better.
Ross fan from the beginning. Port of Miami.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
Trash compared to
where he got.
To where he really to when he really got in his glove.
So when do you feel like what albums do you feel like he was really like? That's when he was hitting.
God Forgives and I Don't.
God Forgives.
Teflon Don.
I was ready to say Teflon Don, Deepen in Rap. I feel like that's when he started.
Deepen in Rap is the one that has 16 on it with Andre, right? Is that Deepen in Rap?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't remember.
Fact check myself.
Yeah. YouTube, you
was
don't gotta
the
do
one?
it. We're gonna fact check ourselves.
Let's see. Yeah.
But kind of
we gonna have y'all telling us we did wrong.
Because that's when he did Diced Pineapples. Diced Pineapples, he was on fire.
The Wale joint?
Yeah. That he was on fire with that. And then when he did
No, we wrong. I'm wrong. God Forgives and I Don't is the 16 album. That's the album I'm thinking about because that's the one that's got 3 Kings on it.
Yep. That's the one
Hold
I
Me
said.
Back. He can't hold me back. It's got
that's what I said. God Forgives and I Don't was
Diced Pineapples is on that. Yeah, that out. Rick, hey, Rick.
Shout out to Rose.
Hey, you got one with that. That album was
you stepped your game up. Yeah. I don't know if the beef with 50 made you do that, but you stepped your game up.
That album was right.
And that joint, that song he did with I think it's with T-Pain in it. Ooh. Oh.
No, that's the other joint.
I don't know if that's T-Pain, bro.
That was C-Pain. That was C-Pain.
That was major pain. Wow. You know what? Let me just draw it back.
Because
when we drop this episode, I'm going to rewind that about 4 times when you go.
Ain't nobody
what you call it killed that?
About.
What you call it killed that? Yo, Wale killed that song too.
Can I just quote the mash bill from this?
Yeah, absolutely.
73% corn. That's why I think it's so sweet. 23% rye and 4% malted barley. Mm-hmm. I've always been a fan of high
this
corn.
Joint is amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Burrow.
This is amazing.
Y'all got a winner with this one here. Shout out to y'all.
Absolutely amazing. It got to be top. I know it's got the 5 on there, but got to be top 5 for me.
It is good.
For me. All right, so let's end with this. What y'all listening to right now? Talking music. What you listening to right now?
Larry June.
Yeah,
I'm listening to Larry June right now, yo.
I had to get up on that.
Oh yeah, Bodie James.
Okay, Bodie James.
I'm listening to Currency. That's my guy. When I went that ride music, Currency and Larry June.
Where you at, Enforcer?
Outside of, I'm still old school. So outside of me digging in the crates, listening to old stuff, I've been listening to my man BG. I'm glad you home.
Oh, which album? Which one?
He got a couple. No, some
the new ones.
He got some features. He got some features. He got one with the youngin's gonna kill me if I butcher his name. I think it's Finesse 2 times.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Some bangers with Finesse 2 times. I'm digging into the Cash Money history. He got a video with the Kid. That song is fire. I'm right now the mix of the young and the old is what I'm listening to.
Yeah, I saw one of the videos. I think I saw that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, the BG Finesse 2 times. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's some hot stuff out here, but I'm old school. I'm still digging in the crates, listening to Nas. It was written.
Bruh.
I dusted off Busta Rhymes when disaster struck.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah,
classic.
I'm still in
classic.
I'm definitely still back in the day because it's so much music coming out. I don't even try to keep up. Yeah. Like people put me on, they'll send me stuff and be like, "Yo, such and such just came out with an album," and then I'll tap into it. But then I'll be like, "Yo, it'd be so much music." I'm definitely still. What I'm listening to? I listen to a lot of. I've been listening to a lot of Jay Dilla. I've been listening to a lot of mixes, like from like they do certain DJs that do mixes of certain producers. Like they got one on there I seen with all Just Blaze produced tracks. That joint was fire. They got one with High Tech produced tracks. That's fire. You know what I'm saying?
High Tech, underrated.
Yeah. But he did. Yeah, he did. He got bangers. And of course, one of my favorite producers, Ninth Wonder. I'm always listening to his shit.
I'm old school, straight old school. I haven't tapped into the new stuff at all. Some of my work with kids, they give me songs that's out now, and I'll be like, all right. Yeah. But I'm strictly like I've been heavy on Outkast. And I've been heavy on Outkast lately.
Okay,
that's pretty much what
now.
I've been
what do you listen to from Outkast?
Oh man, I'm big AT Aliens. That was probably one of my favorite. Between AT Aliens and Aquemini, probably my favorite 2 albums. But Andre, unquestionably for me, my top rapper of all time.
Okay.
I wish he would have done more with rapping, but I mean, just so talented across the board. Where I think once he found that singing lane too, he just kind of went somewhere different, man. But The Love Below is probably one of my favorite albums in terms of like artistry and you know, She Lives in My Lap, probably one of my favorite songs. But yeah, I'm in between AT Aliens and Aquemini. Stink On Ya. I feel like they was smoking a lot during that Stink On Ya run. And I was like, they
Aquemini to me is always a classic. Like, you can just put it on and let it go.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, anytime you do that with an album, that's just classic.
And every song is cool. Like it's not a song on Aquemini that I'm like
brings back a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, a bad spot.
Spodioti, dope.
We used to play that before every football game. Every
Yeah.
football game. And that's not even a song that you should play that you would think would get you pumped up. But every football game, Spodio.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny kind of like when you think about it, like we was actually in the times when that came out. Now I know how the older heads feel like when they be like, I remember when Marvin Gaye released that. He was like, yo, wow, for real?
We are the old heads.
Hey, yo, I'm cutting somebody's hair the other day. I got Dipset playing. Like the Dipset anthem and stuff from the double CD. Couple young boys in there. You're like, oh, Dipset. I never even heard of them.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, wow.
Wow.
Well, you know.
Interesting.
Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
they like 23, 24, I think. I was like, bruh. So of course, then they like what they was like, yo, so when was that coming out? I was like, yo, I was growing up when that was coming out. That was a young Cameron.
Wow.
That was a young Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Now they know him off a podcast.
Yeah, they know him right.
They like, who's Cameron? Oh,
and it's crazy sometimes when
guy.
he'll drop a freestyle, how I'll see some of the young cats like, oh man, I didn't know he had that flow. And I'm like, oh, he been nice. Like,
Ben.
nice.
But that shows like a lot of people don't go back. And we our generation fall victim of it too. Don't go back into the history of where the music came from.
Yeah.
Because a lot of samples that was used, of course, the hip-hop era was all sample. Not all sample, but a lot of sampling took place in hip-hop.
Yeah.
And so where did that music come from? The 70s.
Yep.
That music right there was timeless. And if you like, it's music that I'm hearing to this day that I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that they use that sample.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because some producers were so crafty, with it, but
you don't even know
you
where
don't know.
Came,
yeah, you don't
where
know.
They got the sample from.
But man, I mean, like I do have younger people that ask me like, where should I start at if I want to dig into like 90s hip hop? And I tell them, you might want to start with Jay Dilla. Start with Jay Dilla, and Jay Dilla will take you far.
For 90s?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
know.
Yo, Jay Dilla did a lot, bro.
I'm gonna give him.
No, I'm just saying a starting point.
But the starting point might not. So what?
I'm just saying hip hop in general. I'm saying hip hop. Jay Dilla. Start with Jay Dilla. Jay Dilla will take you to
Wu-Tang?
See, I'm Wu-Tang. I'm Wu-Tang forever. I'm Wu-Tang forever.
But do you feel like they more their own?
They are. They are. But what I'm saying, so like Jay Dilla is a producer. Jay Dilla will take you to Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul.
That's fair.
A lot of the other guys, groups and all that stuff back then.
They're not going to take you to Mobb Deep.
But he's saying pre though. He's saying like pre Mobb Deep. You got De La Soul. You got Tribe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then that get because the Mobb Deep era takes me to more like
part of that?
I would say they was around. They was
Jay Dilla was not old. Like he was current. Slum Village. He did a whole bunch of shit.
But you said artist wise.
I'm saying if I had a young boy, like where should I start at if I want to get into some real good hip hop from back in the day? Start at Jay Dilla and look up the catalog or whatever he produced or the artist that was associated with him. It's a vast array of people. You got Common, you got Talib Kweli,
that's
Mos Def, you got Erykah Badu. I mean, you got so many people that he touched.
Okay. Yeah,
that's a good start.
I'm saying.
I love it from the standpoint of it pushes them into those artists.
Right, it puts them in them artists.
Yeah.
Now he was a rapper too. But everybody know him for producing.
Yeah.
Would you guys echo the same sentiment? Where would you guys tell somebody without hearing his standpoint? Somebody say,
see, for me, I think the hard part with 90s, because what you said made sense once you said it, because pushing them into the artists, like it's going to get them into a lot of places. But the 90s, I break up into almost like 3 or 4 different groups, right? So like
Mhm.
early 90s, I think of like what we said, like the De La Souls,
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe, EPMD, early 90s.
Mhm.
Wu kind of came in, but then I feel like when Wu kind of came in, they kind of switched it to the more gangster side. So then you
The
had
gritty rap.
Yeah, you had like gritty rap.
Mobb
then you had
Deep,
Mob. You
CNN.
had Lost Boys, Onyx. You know, you had that kind of phase mid 90s. And then you had kind of that puffy era that came in at the end of the 90s,
which led its way to the
which
bling
was
bling
yeah,
era and
like
all
so
of
then
that.
you had the like the transformation of Jay-Z, like coming out 96, Reasonable Doubt, changing into Jay-Z by the time he got to volume 2 was different than Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt Jay. So and then and sprinkled in between there, you got like the DMXs where he trying to hold on to gritty rap.
Yeah.
But in the 2000s, he kind of get 2000s kind of washed the gritty rap out when the South took over, because then you had that Atlanta run.
T.I.
Like so now you got a whole different genre of music. And then once it hit that point where like early 2000s, it started extending to like St. Louis when you got Nelly emerging. Like so now you got Nelly selling 10 million records. Like, and that's back when I know kids, we predate y'all, like when people actually went to the store to go buy CDs. Like, so you got this man selling 10 million CDs. Like, you can't even fathom that now. Like, people going to the store to buy 10 million discs. Like, that's crazy to say out loud now, but that's where they were. So I think just the breaking up of hip hop, like watching the transformation, like I didn't even realize it was 50 years old. Like, it's older than us.
Yeah.
Like when I saw that, like when they were doing the tribute, I'm like, yo, this is older than me. Like this is something that I love, something I enjoy. I'm engulfed in. I grew up in it. Yo, this is older than me.
Well, that's because they go back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is older than me.
They start at the 80s. Yeah. Speaking of which,
that 2000 era was crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that mixtape Weezy?
At the end of those two, like 04, 05, 06.
Or like the squad up.
Yeah, the squad up.
Yeah, that was like that
shout out to
era.
Weezy F. You had the streets on fire with the squad ups.
But you know what? 50 was what, 2000?
That was
2001.
his run 01, 02, 03. Yeah. When he started with the mixtapes.
And dissing everybody.
Right. Yeah.
That was
funny.
But Murder Inc. beef going on, even though it wasn't close.
No, it wasn't.
It was. Real quick, I want to I'm trying to give you some recommendations of what I've been listening to. Of course, I already gave you Smino. That's a dope dude. I know you're gonna like him.
I can't wait to listen.
But
to
I always,
Smino.
but I also recommend Black Puma.
Okay,
it's a band. Dope. I put him on at the barbershop. It's an old gritty little funk.
No, I thought that was no. You played that Black Puma shit at your house
at the cookout.
No, I played it at your house too.
I don't like how you just described it. Though. How you just described it, baby.
That Black Puma.
Yeah, I don't know how much I want to listen to that.
No, you put me on that guy, Michael.
I know what you're talking about.
Michael.
But I also played.
What's his name? You don't remember his fucking name.
He don't remember.
God damn it.
Couldn't have been that great. He don't goddamn remember.
There you go.
Black Puma.
There you go.
Yeah, you was playing that revolutionary shit at your house.
See, we about to get into some uncensored stuff right
Right. Get him out of here.
Boy, here we go.
Oh, man.
Love,
it was a pleasure, man.
Always.
It was, man. This was good.
We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Absolutely.
We've been here. The streets been talking. We still here.
Yeah, we still here, man.
We still here.
Shout out to the guys, man. Till the next time.
Hold on, mine empty.
Well, look.
We can't do the sign off yet. I gotta pour something in mine. Hold on. Again, shout out to Moose. Shout out to
Moose. No
NSM Kyle in their absence. Shout out to my man Backpack Chris. I heard he retired from the game.
Word.
Well,
legit videographer.
Yeah,
photographer in the game. Word on the street, we got somebody else we bringing in to do our videography. More to come with that.
Shout out to High West and Barrel too.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
To our special guests.
Right.
2 solid Pause.
Man, whiskey
Man,
chases
peace.
back, man.
Yes,
I love this.
sir.
Peace, love, and bourbon. There it
Cheers.
is.